Okay, I want to make sure this take is shorter because my last take was super long. All right, go. So there's two very important power positions on this map, right? You have this, and then skylight, obviously, and then you also have this over here. All right, let's get into it. All right. So we're gonna start from cigar. There has to be someone soft anchoring cigar. You know why? Because the person that's defending cigar gets view into red stair, balcony. From here, red stair, very common. People will come through here. They're gonna push up. They're funneled, right? They come through hatch. They're funneled. They can only come in through here. That's why it's very important to double reinforce to limit their ways of entry. They can only come in through here. All right. They can only come in through here. Fucking blam 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 laser. All right. Another very important thing, and this one's for David. Look at this shit. You get view into red stair. You get view into cigar balcony. You get view to cigar lounge. You get view into a very little bit of bar. And also, if you want your yokai to be safe, you can scoot it back. The one downside is it doesn't stick to the ceiling because the jumping area is too small. But the pro is that you literally, I tried, you can't shoot it down, and then this right here is bulletproof. All right, you basically just get a free cam up here. All right. So very important, we have to have someone holding this area down. Cigar shop is very important, right? And then how do we hold cigar shop down? Easy, right? This is pixel corner. You have someone holding it down, right? You get peeks into like the like little edge of red stair, right? And then from here into bathroom, you also get this. You can kind of like mix people up, right? You can use this right here as cover, bam, and then bam, bam, bam. And then also you're probably wondering, oh, there's a window over here where people can like see very clearly from. What do I do about that? You put a fucking shield down. That's what you do. And then you try your best not to get raped from this. This is the one weakness of this area, is that if someone like breaks through this, I'm actually I want to propose like we have someone play like castle and then like and Cade and then we shut this off, because then like the person that's up here gets a really strong position where they can swing this area however they want. Also, another thing, very common entry point over here. As you can see, leaving this area open, you see fucking nothing, right? There's very little information you get from peeking into there. Whereas, as the defender, look at how much you get to see. Look at the sheer amount of coverage you get. This is storage. This is freezer. All right, from storage, you can vault into bathroom. And then from here, there's like a little bit of a safe area in between, but like skylight, right? You get raped. So that's why you have this open, because if you leave it wide enough, you can prone and you get a very, very, very tight angle. I did not do a good job of illustrating this, but you can leave like a very tight angle where you can peek into skylight while you're prone. It's kind of dangerous, but you can catch people off guard with it. Alright, you do not want to make a rotate here, because skylight peek. You get a pixel peek on this rotate. You want to make a rotate from here. Skylight does not see you. Right? And that's your way, that's the way for the person defending up here. It's like, oh, there's someone inside, there's someone coming in an objective, you can come here, peek skylight, peek balcony, yada yada yada. Right? You kind of get the picture, all right? And then from here, this area is also really important because you get peeks into there, you get peeks into cigar shop, you get peeks into like a very common defuse point, which is right here, right? If you make holes into here, you have one option. You can peek the pixel here, or you can peek here, or if you want, you can make a kill hole. You can kind of, like, I did a bad job of illustrating this because I didn't have enough ammo, but you can peek at this, fucking kill him. Right here, this entrance you can peek, this window you can peek this window, and then you can peek cigar balcony, alright? The only thing is that if someone's playing vert, like if someone's playing buck from down here, and they're really smart, they can fucking blow you up for doing that. You want to be very careful. You want to be very wary, and you want to make sure you're applying pressure from up there down here, because if they're like, if they as like a buck fucking do that, and like they blow this area up specifically, you get exposed, and that's like one of the only areas that's safe for Cafe Dostoevsky top floor that is kind of exposed now. Yeah, you basically want to have someone roaming down there so that the person up here can like freely get all this peakage, maximum peakage. Also, you get fucking, you can throw shit. I was gonna throw a yokai, but I realized I don't have one. Fucking smoke, or like you can eat like a bunch of shit, right? Point is, if you have like explosives or whatever, there's like a very very specific angle you can throw, and it hits right there. If you're playing smoke, it completely cuts this section of the area off. Very 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 important. And I'm gonna end this off with callouts, right? First off, when you start the match, shoot this speaker, shoot this clock, because they make noise and it's annoying, right? Cigar Lounge, this is Cigar Lounge. Speaker platform, pixel corner, bathroom. Oh, bathroom, peeking Cigar Lounge, right? This is, I'm just gonna call this the Jinxie Hall, because I learned about people peeking this window because of Jinxie, right? Jinxie Hall, right? Jinxie Stairs, or no, White Hall, White Stairs, that's way the fuck better, right? And then this is, right here, this is Lounge Entrance, White Stairs. Or no, you know what? White Hall, White Stairs, right? White Stairs, Cocktail Lounge, Bar, right? Bar defuse over there. Right here, you get this. And then this is Cocktail Balcony. That's Cigar Balcony. Pillar Entrance. You're peeking Pillar Entrance. Or, on top of that, and this is the last thing I want to show. Oh god, this is 7 minutes. If you are roaming, right, down here to protect that area, there's also a bunch of shit you can do. For example, leave this hole, you can peek into here, and then you have this area you can peek, you can use this as cover, like, and you're defending this, right? Bam, bam, right? Or you can use this as cover, you can kind of like peek, you can get like it doesn't really work, but you can kind of peek into that, and then there's a bunch of different shit you can cover from there. There's another thing. Right here, you want to make a kill hole here, because you can peek there. You can peek into fucking fireplace. And then on top of that, if you make, yup, look at that, look at that. You want to have a roamer here, because kill hole here, you can peek into pillar entrance. Fireplace entrance, look at that. Look at how much fucking coverage you're getting. Look at how many fucking entrances you're covering just by fucking making the kill holes. I don't know. Food for thought. This is my second video. I'm going insane.